Welcome back to Schnitzel Sundays. This is episode 2. Let's get started. All right, let's talk Paprikaschnitzel. In my baseline video for schnitzels on same ingredients, different outcomes, someone commented that I should make Paprikaschnitzel, and that's what we're going to do today. However, there's a little bit of a problem. I can think of like 3 different versions. So today we're going to just make edition 1 of Paprikaschnitzel. And please comment down below at the end if that is the one you grew up with or if you're not quite there yet. I will keep going. The name paprika really just means peppers, so we will need 2 bell peppers, 2 onions, and also some garlic. Start with the peppers. I like to use red and orange, and if I can't get an orange, I will use yellow. I still like to watch German cooking shows sometimes, and I think it's always interesting how in those shows they're really getting obsessed with, ooh, the pepper still has skin on it. I have never seen anything like that in US. The point in those German cooking shows always is that the peel apparently is very hard to digest. So this recipe is great to make ahead. You can make the sauce first and then already have the schnitzel ready. However, I always recommend the schnitzel like fresh so that the crust is nice and crunchy. However, it is still a good potluck meal to make ahead and just maybe make smaller schnitzel, right? Like they don't always have to be that big. Like that is better for serving more people. Okay, now to the onion. Okay, here's a moment of truth. This knife is actually not my favorite. It's my husband's favorite. I prefer this knife. It's nice and small, and I will use that for garlic. Have you ever noticed that Zwilling and Henkel, they both have the same looking little mannequin on there? Did you know that they're the same company? We bought new knives about a year ago, and that's when I found out. I found out that the Henkel brand is basically the little bit more affordable version than Zwilling. We opted for Zwilling after reading a lot, and if you're interested in knives, I mean, I highly recommend them. You don't have to buy the whole block at once. The whole block is actually kind of spendy. However, if you're looking for a nice gift for someone who loves to cook, I mean, you should consider that. Now to one of the most controversial ingredients, and that is pickles. So the reason I'm calling pickles controversial is there's so many different textures and flavors here in the US, which were quite surprising to me. However, in order to get the right kind to make this dish work, I'm going to link one down below, or you could wait for Aldi's German Week and stock up there. We need 2, but they look a little small. Well, you know what? I'm getting another one. And I might eat some of it, because I like pickles. Let's cut them nice and small. You don't want them too big. If you're enjoying that content so far, please hit that like button. It really helps my channel. It lets YouTube know that other people should see this video. Here we go. This is all we need to prep the sauce. Going to add about a tablespoon oil. The heat started to medium. The oil is hot. We're adding our onion. And per usual, we already start with some salt and some pepper. After about 2 minutes, I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. Garlic and the pickle. A little bit more salt. Some pepper. Here's another tip. If you read German recipes and you see tomato paste or Tomatenmark, usually our tomato paste is triple concentrated. Here in the US, it is double concentrated. So in order to make up for that, you usually have to use a little bit more here in the US. If you're looking for triple and you want to try it, I can link it down below. However, we are going to cook today with double concentrated. After about 5 minutes, I'm going to add an entire tomato paste can. Now I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of paprika. I prefer Hungarian. It just gives that right flavor. At this point, your kitchen should smell pretty good. Now we're going to add 1 cup of beef broth. I will stir it again and then we let it cook for 15 minutes. Okay, we're all human. I actually need another half a cup of beef broth, so that was my mistake. So before, I may have already talked about garlic in Germany. If not, it will be coming. But Germans are also usually not known for eating very spicy. However, obviously, there is some people that like garlic, there is some people that like spicy. Most recipes, I would say, let's just leave it here. I like to add some cayenne, and that is totally to taste. 15 minutes up. Let's keep it dry. This is good. I'm going to make my schnitzel, and I will show you the full result at the end. Flour first, everywhere, and through the egg. And then into the breadcrumb. Please let me know in the comments down below which schnitzel you want to see next. If you want to up your schnitzel game, please subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode of Schnitzel Sundays. And check out this video that YouTube thinks you like. And thanks for watching.